Hiya girls, we are Barney and Lukey and we are the hot young visionaries behind Truffle Pig Wigs.
And this is Cliffhangers, the unofficial, unrequested and unhinged RuPaul's Drag Race recap show.
The views and opinions expressed on Cliffhangers are from a couple of women who just love drag and have zero real business judging it. If you are not a fan of red-hot acidic critique, turn back now.
Stop the press, he's turned thespian. It's Barney.
Oh, not a thespian. And fortune favours the ugly, so give it up for the luckiest girl in Londinium. It's Miss Lukey Luck.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you.
Buckle up, my brothers and sisters in Christ. We are back for season 5 of Drag Race. You thought it wouldn't happen, but here we are, live and in the flesh.
You thought we had died due to the lack of internet presence for the last 365 days.
Maybe even longer. Who knows? Since early Sept. Actually, no, that's a lie. Since 3 months before Sept. And if I knew maths, I'd be telling you what that is.
Well, when I went to copy and paste the structure for episode 1 of Drag Race, this time last year, going into episode 4, we were like, and Barney's just got into drama school.
Oh.
And he's off tomorrow or something, so he's just come back. So what are you telling us about that? He's a graduate.
Can you believe? A year ago... A year ago, I went to drama school and now I've graduated and now I'm out in the big bad world. So if you need me, get at Carrie at Sally Hope Associates and go give me a job. So, how are you doing, my darling? What have you been up to? Tell them. It's been a year.
It has. Although I can only think of 2 fun things I did in the whole year.
The child.
Me and some of the honeys went on the trip of a lifetime to Japan for my birthday.
Yeah.
I survived a fucking earthquake and that's it now. I'm 100% weeb. Need to return at least every 2 years to my new spiritual home. I thought it was New York. I thought it was Miami. Turns out it's the great island nation of Nihon. Konnichiwa.
Okay, bitch. She's got culture.
And
luckily, I was stuck in the muddy grounds of Oxford at this time, unable to join on the trip of a lifetime. So that was fun.
But he famously said, do you know what? I don't really like old things and I don't really like new things. So I don't think there's really much for me in Japan.
And you know what? I was right. And I stand by it.
Oh, I'm fresh on the sound effects.
Aren't you? I don't love the future. It's quite scary to me. So Japan just seems like quite a scary place. And I'll stand by that. And that, did I seem bitter? Maybe. Did I seem desperate to go to Japan? Maybe.
And then also, we did the most insane Rebel Bingo show at this EDM festival called Mystery Land in Amsterdam. Basically, they had to warn air traffic control because our lasers were so intense.
Maybe we put a little vidya up on the pod.
We do. We were the only non-famous headliner to have fireworks. We had fucking...
lasers, fireworks.
CO2. The bingo ball was like giant and driven onto the stage in a little kind of like...
pickup truck, if you will.
It was like a Lambretta minivan.
Like a milkman van. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I lie. I lie like a rug. But we've had a good old year, I think. We have also been in... Sorry to the Truffle Pig girlies. We have been in deep, deep hiding. First of all... She's fucking wacky with it. Take away her soundboard for a year. We've also been in hiding for a year because not only did we get ourselves into the deepest of holes with orders where we basically had about 50 orders waiting for us. So we had to completely shut up shop and actually do all these orders. But then I went away to Oxford. So we've basically for a year and 3 months been in hiding.
Very trying.
Only doing really... just the odd celeb wig and wigs for the girlies of this seasons of Drag Race. They're the only things that we took on. But I guess you'll see them in the upcoming seasons. But we are back in business now, I guess.
Been gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the podcast.
Oh, God.
We went to, good friend of the pod and the Pig Wigs, Just May, came in the other day.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
She told us to come down to this screening she was doing in Shoreditch with her and LaFille. That little tart, where she did a quiz, and obviously we came joint top of the quiz with Styled by Vodka, another lovely wig person. If you want a good wig, go to them.
Yeah, if you want something that will last, go to Vodka.
And then some other person. And then as a tiebreaker, she got us all
Wow,
up.
some other person. If you're
more...
listening to the pod, I'm really sorry, some other person. Sister of something one.
Was it?
No, some other person.
Oh,
Come on, keep up. Oh.
Basically, just tried to make us lip sync for the win. Barney immediately just left me, abandoned me, like poor fucking Roxy at the bus stop. Went to the toilet. So then me and Vodka were just looking at each other, trying to hug the wall. LaFille like tried to drag me over, and I just kind of stood there, gazed into the middle distance, and then just like New York slided back to the side.
As much as I love May, the last thing I'm going to be doing when I'm one Peroni deep
So you know she's sloshed.
is getting up and lip syncing. Also, wasn't it to a RuPaul song?
No, it was to Stop by the Spice Girls.
Slightly better, but it's not that much better.
Choreo,
I'm sure you do, Coin, but not much better, you know. And there's also one thing I hate as an audience member at any drag show is watching people that don't know how to lip sync. And I mean, we get enough of that on the London drag scene, you know, watching people that don't know how to lip sync up on the stage. I don't need to see Tim from Accounts like kicking off his sliders and giving.
They were a bunch of girly girls, weren't they?
That does not a drag queen maketh or a performer
but they were
maketh.
Not just Tim from Accounts.
Well,
they had a bit more just natural.
It could be
spice.
sort of like fashion PR accounts.
Fine.
Do you know what I mean? But most importantly, did you see that RuPaul has got a new flag on the RuPaul's Drag Race? This little picture. Notice it's not a trans flag. It's not even a trains flag. It just says, I can't even remember. Let me have a look. So we've
stop our book reading.
What?
Story time.
No. Oh, sure. Anyway, it's if you didn't notice, it's really not that important or interesting, is it? But
in the meantime, while you are manically scanning through the...
We've now got a bit of a new setup. We're now doing it in our studio as opposed to in our podcast room, aka the storage room.
The snug. It's got sofas at least.
That is true.
Are we going to talk about the elephant in the room?
Fine. She was born in Ladbroke Grove to Sophie Lewis. Shout out to deep friend of the pod, Miss Sophie.
I literally just made him pause and rewind because he gave out my government age. No, he's like giving out my mother's full maiden name.
I didn't even say the last name. I got cut off by my own guffawing.
Good. Stop trying to give out my ID details.
Listen, fans of the pod, she likes the odd occasional Instagram message, but when you're getting too close, you're too close, all right?
Well, no, you're literally giving away my personal details to the world. I'm going to get a credit card put out in my name.
Hopefully.
Are we going to discuss it then?
Oh, it was like Hunt for Bigfoot this week, wasn't it? Have you seen everyone being like, I can see a sparkly red boot in the background of this. I can see a blonde wig. I don't know how much we should address it because you tell the girls.
Okay, because I don't know much because
I do.
Basically it's all on Reddit. But so there were actually meant to be two other contestants. One got COVID.
Oh, but I think that's actually things that people don't know at all. That's because of the fuego-ness. I should not say fuego-ness. It's not hot goss. It's actually quite rank. But because of the hot pipe and Tiavana of the other one, that poor girl that got COVID and wasn't allowed to be on it.
So hopefully she'll cut to come back next year.
Well, I don't know because you think that they would address it, so then they could be like, "Come on back." Yeah. Although, who did we find out? Oh. Our little mate from, where is she? Brigend. The Brigend Goblin, or whatever she calls herself.
Wow.
That's what she calls herself, no?
Fine.
LaFille. LaFille.
Oh, LaFille. I thought you were talking about, I don't want to call her Stephanie. She was in Red Bite Fever.
Oh, what's her name? Ronnie Green. Yeah. No, I was going to talk about LaFille, who was a alternate for the year before she went on. She was telling us the year she was an alternate, so she had to prepare, because it was COVID season, she had to prepare every single outfit and just wait in a hotel room just in case anyone dropped out and they slid her in. But imagine she had to prepare
£300,000 of, I'm just
you're
grabbing
literally
this thing, but I'm assuming that's how much it costs.
I would say 10. I would say at least a hefty 10. 300,000.
Okay, that's over $250,000.
You heard it here first, girlies.
I chose looks.
So let's just slide into this quickly. There was a queen who was supposedly on this season, and due to the absolutely abhorrent HR practices at the Beeb, they again didn't do. Is it again? Oh, it is on US, but
then it's like, how much are they expected to know if they're not in the scene? Like, I don't know.
I would personally, if this has happened before, and
no one's what's happened yet, though.
Yeah, maybe if they would, maybe if this has now happened again, that maybe they will do this in the future. I feel like you would get sort of, a little crackle. I feel like maybe you would get a sort of nose on the ground and ask about. I don't know.
Our dear listeners still don't know what we're talking about.
So, well, I kind of don't know how much we spill.
So when some rumours went out about the cast, it turns out that this person, do we say their name?
Absolutely not.
Had been quite predatory and SAE. And
multiple girlies came out.
Yeah, and when people found out that they were going to be on Drag Race, one of the victims basically contacted the BBC and was like, no fucking way, can you do this? So I think they had shot like 2 episodes by that point, and then they've Sherry Vinder. She's
Sherry Vine.
Sherry Pine.
Oh, Sherry Vine. She's just trying to make a living in NYC.
So yes.
Yeah. So unfortunately, they have been excommunicated out of they've been excommunicated out of the episode. But you can still catch a glimmer of a sequin.
I actually didn't. So
and a fishnet. I didn't either actually, but I also don't care. And also just. For the girls who know who this is, I was reminded very funnily on on Insta the other day that apparently this queen posted to her Instagram, her drag Instagram, on Christmas Day, a video of her doing a cum shot on her own face, and then was like, "I'm so sorry, I posted that by mistake." Oh, it never ends, does it? If you're not happy sexually assaulting the drag scene, you're also sexually assaulting your entire Instagram following.
Oh, well, I thought you had an issue with it being on the Lord Baby Jesus' birthday.
Well, first of all...
Jesus is coming, why can't they?
Yeah.
Shall we do this?
Let's fucking do this. Should we talk about the first girl that walks in the walk room on season 5? Because let me tell you, I'm going to pop it on in the background. Just a bit of visual stimuli. And first up, we have Miss Tamara Thomas. Tell me, how much do you know about Tamara Thomas?
I know she is a Soho gal.
She is.
That's what she was. I've seen, basically, Ahura did a very nice post about their friendship and kind of like, we've been best friends forever. Love to see you on Gal. So I thought that was really cute.
She's one of Jodie Harsh's girls as well. How do you feel about this origami couture?
I quite like it. The fit of the pant is it kind of reminded me of like a weight or like a wrestling belt or something. The way it's not quite sitting.
Well, I think that's why where the fuck is Hartlepool?
Well, it's up north, isn't it?
You can tell by the accent. I can also confirm, she says that she does, if you come to a Tamara show, there's leg splitting and hair flipping. And I can confirm, I've actually seen her and that be true.
Yeah, but I like the outfit. I actually had a weird kind of 80s black suede and white leather weird shapy jacket before. This kind of reminded me of that. And she seems like a fun time. She's cute, she's hot, she's a sexy mover.
Yeah, she's gorgeous, isn't she? She looked like, do you know who Carl Richards is? From Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
No.
She looks like if Carl Richards had taken her teeth out. But she's very...
Can you add that to the...
100%. She's very gorgeous, isn't she? She's got a very...
she's very sexy.
Yeah, I'm very into it.
Sexy.
Giving quite page 3 teas. And that's... Yeah. And then next up, we have Banksy, who is one of the Manchester girls in the House of Gorgeous. How do you feel about her?
She's got one of my 2 joint favourite opening lines.
Thank God she can't smell me.
Yeah.
Also, how do you feel about the rat ponder shoe?
I could give it or take it. I would love the fact that she quotes Jill Tyrrell.
Oh my God.
The first time this woman has had a leave in the inch of respect in the last 4 seasons.
Truly.
I warmed her straight away.
Yeah, same.
I've seen that this kind of shredded star thing is a reference to some high fashion-y thing. Of course, I couldn't possibly know.
Completely lost on you. Where did you see the reference of what it was?
It's that Spilling the Tea podcast. They always
really?
show
Sure.
It's very good, actually.
I love that
Don't listen to their pod. Listen to our pod and don't watch our Insta. Watch our Insta because you need to buy wigs. I don't know. Just watchable. I love that she has classic British delivery of like, even she sounds bored by what she's saying. She's talking like Isabel, but saying very funny things, but just in the most bored voice. And that is the comedy that I came for. Well, yeah, I'm thinking she's going to be my confessionals queen for this. I'm expecting her to be giving us all of the cutting comments backstage.
Questione, does she always wear red hair? How much do you know about Banksy? I've seen her lots. Well, we're seeing photos of her with Cheddar Gorgeous now. And no, she's not. So that's my own question.
But so far, 100% of the time she's been on this, she's had red hair.
And now with Anaphylactic and Dragula, the House of Gorgeous really taken over the world. I think that I'm quite into her. I can even forgive the skinny mini line. Next up, we have our Lord and Saviour, Naomi Carter.
Say it up, Miss Carter.
I love her. Such infectious energy.
So cute. Such a cute little sweetheart out of drag as well.
Cute little bitch. And then look at her with the little shimmy. And then also this How's Your Head in, I believe it's Amber Couture. It's gorgeous.
Amber Copper Nectar Couture.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I have to say something about the fit.
I knew you were
under the
going
bust.
to. I knew you were going to, but do you know...
No, because you know why, Barney?
Fair. Parity.
The pod will have me guts forgot as if I didn't.
True. Also, as well, I believe it was you that pointed out, she's like, oh, I'm named after Naomi Campbell and Beyonce Carter. Wouldn't you think that it would be Beyonce and Jay-Z, like Naomi Smalls?
Well, no, maybe you all about the ladies. But yeah,
True,
it's
though.
weird that you use the same formula as...
The same first name.
Yeah.
At least give it, because then she could be like, we're cousins, you know? I feel like that's a cuter thing. Also,
Yeah, she's just cute as a fucking button.
I'm going to work out who it is, but Banksy as well. It's going to take me a while. Very specifically looks like someone. At first I thought it was Jarvis Cocker, but they really look like someone. Let's talk about fucking Michael Maruli. I'm going to have to pause it because I've got about 6 paragraphs to talk about this crazy bitch.
Michael Maruli on season 5. Oh.
Screaming at this hot glue Lady Gaga performing in a car park glamour. Like,
You know I'm obsessed.
Of course.
She's
The
my
first thing I
number one
thought...
pick.
The first thing I thought is somewhere you and Michael Maruli are just on AliExpress together screaming Geordie catchphrases at each other. Like,
Roller coaster, shepherd's pie, poop a scooper.
and when it cuts to her boy drag, where she looks like Dwayne from the petrol station and a mixture, but also like Trixie Mattel if drawn from memory. Like, tell me that doesn't have a hint of Trixalicious in. Michael Maruli. What is the girl's obsession with just using their real name? Love
don't
it.
need to,
Tell
she's
me
a
that doesn't look
star.
like. Tell me that doesn't look like Trixie Mattel.
I don't think they look like anyone human I've seen before.
There is quite sort of life on Mars about them.
No, but she's my fave. She's giving me that Chanel.
Oh,
OTT
100%.
NRG that I am just obsessed.
Tell me how you're feeling about this windswept Miranda Priestley looking motherfucker of a wig.
Look, anything she wants to do is fine by me. She's earned her stripes. Like, you know I love a Geordie.
You do.
When are we going to Gran Canaria to see this bitch perform 6 nights a week? How'd she describe it? It's kind of like...
Sun, sex, and sangria or something.
something about like... Or it's like the gay concrete jungle in the day
Yeah.
and then at night it comes... That's not even Geordie.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we need to go.
I was surprised that she was saying she's been doing drag for 15 years. I was expecting her to be like, 36 years this winter I've been doing drag. Also, did it not feel a bit like she was a Gran Canaria tourist board plant trying to reboost the economy after COVID? She was like, everyone come, Gran Canaria. So, baby girls.
I felt like that was a response to... I've been doing drag for 15 years, so you don't recognise me. It's because, honey, I'm international.
Oh, okay. But then shouldn't she be on Drag Race Gran Canaria? Just
have
a
it, honey.
thought. Just a thought. I'm obsessed with this outfit. It's this. I don't even know where you go to see this sort of drag. Maybe
Gran Canaria, bitch.
truly, the plier. But quite obsessed with her, and think I'm going to be very obsessed. Also, very obsessed with the makeup, which is. It looks. She could have been in season 1.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, she's giving me that Chanel, Vegas. It's like she's actually. It's like yes, it's UK season 6, but it's also America season 6.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The early gals.
Do you know what I'm obsessed with as well is the difference between the girls, the human hair bundle girls. If you look at Tamara, look at the lace
Oh, you
line.
know who's done that?
Luna Bundy. Yeah. Look at Tamara's lace. Invisible. Not a soul can clock. Look at Michael Maruli's that has it looks like it has barbecue sauce in. Obsessed with it. Right, let's talk Kate Birch, the UK Jinx. There, I said it.
Literally, as soon as she came out, I was like, Gee, oh yeah, sure.
2 questions. Why is she so cold? And who's Jill?
Do you not know the song Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush?
It's me, I'm Kathy, I've come home now.
So,
Is that what it says?
At your window.
Who's Jill?
Don't know.
She says, why, hello, Jill. My name is Kate Birch.
I don't know.
These are questions that need answers.
But I can give you 50% of the answer.
Yeah. I never knew that was, I just thought it was, ho, 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 ho.
So,
Yeah, well, that makes sense. such a huge change from her in drag to when she popped up. I was like, who the fuck?
That was Ginger.
Oh yeah.
She's giving me like Wallace and Gromit out of drag. Like,
yeah, very cute, very cute. I think I love a quippy girl, and I'm very glad that she came very, very prepared with all of this. Do you know what I mean? Rather than people like, I love cock and I love dancing.
Do you know what though?
What?
I'm worried she might be one of those girls that falls foul of being slightly a bit too clever for the rest of the girls and B, the GP.
Because she's the only one that would pass the Mensa test.
Well, you know what I mean? Just like...
Yeah, the humour's a bit lost on them all.
I think potentially, yeah.
Yeah, but do you know it won't? I feel like she might be a fan favourite.
Maybe.
I feel like she's got the sort of Jinx vibe, you know.
You haven't been truffling these looks.
Do we do that?
Yeah.
I thought we just did that for the runway. Sorry, it's been a while, and we truly have.
All right, we'll bring it back for the runway.
She said, "I'm not gorgeous." She said, "I'm not one of these gorgeous queens." I think in drag, her face is very soft and gorgy, and I think don't put that in the minds of the girls. Don't tell them you're not gorgeous, you know?
Well, I think she means, like, I'm not just, like, there's more to me.
Most importantly, she said award-winning. Drop the names, girls. I need to see the awards. I need to see them.
Who's like, snatching trophies. What trophies have you snatched? No.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that like...
That's a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah. I believe that was Georges, wasn't it?
No, I think it was actually, in the same family as Aja, the gorgeous middle one.
The gorgeous Dahlia Sin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her.
I think it was her.
Who is an insane OF girl getting a big old schlong out on Twitter.
Nice.
It pops up all the time. I have a very strange intersection on Twitter of where it's like, oh, you like drag queens, but also you're a gay boy. It's like, here's a drag queen's cock all the time. It's like, and I'll be like on the bus.
Could you
be
just save and put in the folder and we put them on the pod?
Yeah. Well, I don't think we should be sharing OnlyFans content. That seems a bit... You got to pay for that, baby. Let's talk about the dream, the legend that is Miss Caramel. Now, if you live in London and you've ever been to a drag show, you've probably seen Caramel perform.
She is Beyonce.
She is Beyonce, bitch. Do you remember the Beyonce? We saw her do like a 25-minute Beyonce medley at Soho House. No, Shoreditch House. Yeah. About 3 prides ago, we saw her do... She did like basically like the full like homecoming experience, and she is so fucking good.
Beyonce experience. Wait, do I bring...
Yeah, fuck it.
I haven't even seen it, but I've heard it's shit.
I have, and it is. Yeah, and she was so fantastic. I just deeply believe that if you're going to perform as someone, you need to at least look a bit like them. And bitch, she looks like Beyonce.
She's gorgeous.
The only other person that's holding a torch to her is Miss Shalele.
Yeah.
Who is... Yeah. Maybe we'll put her in the pod as well. Oh, I need to start writing these down. Kyle Richards and... Miss Shalele, who is she was on season 2 of Legendary. She was in the House of Saint Laurent, and she is the number one trans she's holding the torch with Miss Caramel as the trans icon Beyonce impersonators.
This is really giving me that Gladiator Pepsi advert with Britney Pink and Beyonce.
That's the exact reference.
It's not, because I looked and it's different.
That is, but she's doing that with the thing. In the thing, she has the thing, and she goes, shh.
The outfit's different, because I've got a picture to put on the pod.
It's gold. She's got a gold headdress and stuff, because it's much more like the one that, what's your little friend with the blonde hair that looks like Christina Aguilera? Pharamone. Do you remember she came in that Madonna one?
Yeah, but that was from the Super Bowl.
But it looks much more like that, sort of like black leather with gold, doesn't it?
I've literally got it on me.
Yeah, but I think this is the reference, though. I think she's still doing sort of Beyonce Gladiator. No? Because that is a gladiator's outfit. Look at the titties.
No, it's a warrior.
Okay.
Agreed
To be honest, I didn't think that, but Miss Luke Gotti said that as soon as it came on, and then I was like, oh, of course. So I didn't see it at first, but I do think it is probably a ref. She is...
sensational. And I was literally so confused when she started talking at the beginning. I was like, wait...
I know
she's not from here.
I know you're a Georgia Peach. I had never met a hot pressed church bob I didn't like, let me tell you that, with a sateen blazer. Oh my God. As soon as she came in her interview outfit, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
To bring out one of those little paper
Yeah, absolutely. Behave, Mom. Dead at the housemates thing. Dead at them, like, not pretending, like, you live together. Obviously, you know that both of you are on it. It's like, oh, what are you doing here, bitch? It's like, come on. She just like, sorry, she's just assaulting our eyes with the beauty.
Those baby hairs.
She is so gorgeous. It's insane.
Oh, right, this is dead air. We got dead air.
Sorry,
guys,
is she? Sorry, we're just sort of staring at her. How many trans performers have we had?
On the UK?
Yeah.
Duh.
Who?
Well, because I thought Dakota said she was the first, but then obviously Bimini considers herself trans.
I think trans non-binary is in a different category, I would say. So our first was Dakota. Yeah. Wow. Truly all the beauties. Just absolutely killing me that they're like, oh, my housemate's here. It's like, baby, you packed each other's suitcases. Yeah. Like, you're wearing each other's shit. Like, obviously, you know, they're both absolutely classic human hair girlies. Do you know what? I do need to see more than the human hair girlies just in updos. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's all we really get from them. We get nice curled hair down or an updo.
That's all the real girls do, though, isn't it?
It is true. That is all we do. But, you know, next up, we have Miss Ginger Johnson.
With my also tied favourite.
Absolutely banger of a first line. Go on, give it to him.
That toilet's blocked. 34 from County Durham.
She is all I wrote is such a warm presence in drag. Like I love her. She's like so cartoon and beautiful.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who she reminds me of, just so like sort of like smiley and giggly.
Just absolutely fab. Love her wigs, very sculptural. I believe she does a lot of her own wigs, but also she also gets them done from, who's that girl that did the pink for us? The pink swirl.
Oh, Venus Envy.
Venus Envy. I believe a lot of her wigs are Venus Envy as well, because that fucking entrance wig is. There's.
Yeah, someone asked us to do that, I would just cry.
I only really know one. She's basically the only girl in the UK that can do things as neat as that. Like, it's so nice. She
like someone else who I can't think of. I thought she was going to be like mid-40s. Like, she really.
Oh, no, she's younger, isn't she?
Drags up older than she is.
Oh, Ginger.
Yeah.
Oh, she's probably like she's mid-30s.
Ginger, I feel like, is older.
Well, it's everything's 50s, isn't it? So it's like, it's kind of more of like 50s housewife sort of.
50s, darling.
Well,
not that hair in the 50s.
The hair is the hair 30s?
40s.
40s. Okay, but she is more 50s housewife, all the peplamy shit and stuff. That is kind of the go-to.
No, but I mean her age. She looks like a middle-aged woman.
Sure. But yeah, I absolutely love her.
She squeezes up her nose like that with the little bunny lines. She really reminds me of someone.
She writes her own. She writes her own shows, and she every year at the Pleasance, which is a big theatre in London. She has a Christmas show. She's like a force on the like London theatre scene as well. So I'm very excited to see what she gets up to. She's also the sweetest girl. Also, I've been seeing on the Twitters, boy, have they been thirsting over her in out of drag.
Oh, really?
Her and her Dermot O'Leary fantasy.
Oh, yeah, that's her.
Everyone being like, I am trade of the season, baby. It's that jawline. Look how heavy that, how striking and cut that jaw is when she's out.
Cut back to her confessionals.
If it would ever. Come on, give us the Dermot.
Well,
moving on to Miss D Delicious. Hold up. I'm sorry.
Well, this isn't the drive-through, but I'm still about to eat.
D Delicious is quite possibly the most drag name I've ever heard. D-Delicious.
I love any name that's like DDGG, Fifi.
Yeah.
Not Fifi.
No, of course not. Fifi Brown.
Do you know what I'm getting? White Angeria in the paint. Straight on, she's
my God.
ants
You are absolutely right. Like, that is exactly it. White Angeria Paris Van Michaels. Was that her name? Paris? Angie.
So. But then also Natalie Nunn with the I run Soho.
Yeah, I hear it. I've got a question for you all. What possesses a 20-year-old bitch to be like, I'm a MILF?
Well, look, my question. I will ask you a question with a question. What is this outfit? Is it from an ear? I don't understand.
This is drag clothing.
Is it like Fabergé eggs?
It's so interesting because it's like,
what era is it from? Like,
it's so interesting because it only exists in drag. You would never see like a pop star, or like you would never see a woman in these clothes. Like this sort of like big plumage sleeves and this like applique, like heavy applique. It's like it doesn't exist in. It's kind of ageless. Do you know what I mean? It's not from the 80s. It's not like it's just quite insane, and it's only sort of very specific drag queens. Angie Paris Van Michaels. I guess it's quite pageant shit.
Yeah. It's just like, I'm just trying to like work, like see an era or just like a theme or something. I just don't understand what it is.
Yeah.
It's very shiny.
It's very shiny. It's quite mad though, isn't it? Because it's like, you were a 20-year-old girl. You are a literal baby. What makes you be like, your drag, I want to be an older woman? Do you know what I mean? It's like, because she kind of like, she wants to be sexy because her whole thing, she like does sex kind of. But it's like, why wouldn't you be young and sexy? She does the sex. Why wouldn't you be young and sexy? We do exist, you know?
Well, maybe she's represented for the MILFers.
Yeah, but it's just, I'm just quite fascinated that that would be your
like
turn.
James Mansfield does that as well.
Yeah.
There's someone else I'm really...
But at least James Mansfield is like, I do 50s. Do you know what I mean? Like her whole thing is James Mansfield and them sort of bombshell.
Period doesn't mean you have to be older.
But it's not, I wouldn't say she's an older woman. She's still young and giggly and bubbly, but she's just in the 50s, so it feels more dated.
No, but when she was on her first season, she was only like 22.
Yeah, true. But I don't think she plays up. Anyway,
Next up. Oh,
her paint though, we do need to talk about it. That is that House of Versace. Let me tell you a little thing. Why is her name Crystal Versace? Your branding is Versace, but everyone says Versace. Like she knows that that's not how to say it.
Because it's just like when we used to go to the raves and we'd wear our Moschino.
Like, Versace.
It's taken on a new thing.
What about when she was like, oh, today wasn't the day for the makeup? And she was like, I was just fishing for a compliment. What if they were like, yeah. Too risky for your first entrance. But
I feel like she knows it is like a stamped.
But give this bitch props. She makes her outfits. And she made a lot of Crystal's outfits. Yeah.
That picture of baby Crystal, so funny.
So funny. It looks like...
Christina doesn't even look that young, but Crystal literally looks...
6 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite mad. And also, most importantly, she says, I've done the most sacrifice for this. Bitch, what have you done? She's been harvesting organs. Like, what? Why have you...
children have you left behind?
It's like you're only 20. Like, what can you have possibly done to sacrifice to get on here?
Maybe she had to leave a hamster with someone else.
Maybe she had to fuck RuPaul. Like, yeah. Someone just asked me, how old is RuPaul? And I guessed, I think 70s. Is that right?
I would say 60s.
60s. It's truly,
I don't know.
no idea. That amount of light can really blast anything out. Next up, we have, I can't really get a read on whether you would absolutely love this bitch or it would be all over for you. I think I know. I think it would have started at a love, and then by the end of the episode, it would have been like, absolutely not. Let's talk Miss Vicky Vivacious, which also, again, is Vicky, Vicki, Vivacious is truly the most drag name in the world.
Yeah, I can't believe we haven't had a Vicky Vivacious on this before.
Wait,
who was the one who's friends with Detox?
Vicky Vox.
Fine.
To be also as well, it's so drag to be like, I want to be vivacious. Like, what the fuck? Like,
well, to begin with, obsessed with the accent. I love
of
the West
course,
Country accent.
Of course.
Cornish Joan Collins realness.
I hate the outfit.
She's just a bit silly and campy.
Yeah.
I think she's got a pretty face. I like her silly curly bun.
Obsessed that the two girls that no one has heard of are sisters. Do you think they've been doing the Pontins rounds together?
Well, they literally said, do you remember what it's like when back in the day driving like 400 miles to a gig?
She does 6 to 9 shows a week. Just let that sink in. She does double show days on most weeks.
But I think they're majority at the barracks. I'm thinking, do they know she's a fella? Like, I thought it was all like, don't say gay and like...
I mean, it's booked. She's booked, blessed and busy to be doing 9 shows a week. That's quite mad.
That's what I mean. Like, are they fucking bigots or what?
Let me just say, if you were doing 9 shows a week and say because you're out of town, you're getting £100, £100 for the gig, take off your expenses, you're making $3,000 a month from your gigs. I'm mad at it. Good for you.
You Soho queens doing that.
We run Soho.
How's your looks looking, yeah? Maybe let me so rude on the Vivation.
Armed Forces. We're obviously going to have to get deep into this.
I don't want to get any deeper in.
The Armed Forces is so... It really highlights a very strange corner of gay world that just like so clueless. Do you know what I mean? Like, how can you go and perform for the troops? That is fucking insane to me. It's like you're supporting the army. Okay, girl. Okay. I don't think we should get. She gives me a little bit. She gives me a little bit in terms of the type of gay she is. She gives me a little bit Ella Day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
She looks absolutely gorgeous in that freeze frame.
That's
not in a classy, natural way. In a damn, that bitch has trowed on the makeup. It looks absolutely sensational.
Yeah, like a missing Slater sister.
Yeah.
I also saw a tweet the other day about Ella Day. It was like, I'll put it up. That someone was like, I want Ella Day out of drag to ruin my life. And then someone commented it being like, you are on the internet talking about Ella Day. I think they already have.
I want Ella Day out of drag.
It was very, very fab. But let's talk about our final queen. It's our teeny tiny princess, Miss Alexis St. Pete.
Fuck me.
This is right up your Strasser, isn't it?
Those latex stockings, force-feeding pierogies until I die. Yes, that is a fucking patent babushka scarf.
Can I be honest though? I don't love the stocking, just because it's the colourway of it. That's sort of like, it's almost like khaki green. I would like it maybe a little bit darker because it's, I don't know, there's something about it.
I like it because then when it's on the sock bit, that bit's thicker, so it's kind of like she's got an ankle sock, which is cunt, and then these kind of almost condom-like legs, which is just cunt as well.
Ginger Johnson's just... Oh, let's not do that. Let's not do that now.
Sorry, we're just getting messages from famous people.
Who?
Yeah, obsessed with this fucking bitch.
She is so teeny tiny and adorable. She's like a little pocket Katia. You know, they talk about the lip sync competition. What lip sync competition were they all in together? Lip Sync 1000?
I don't know. I thought it would just be something like in one of those Soho bars, just kind of like, tonight we're doing a competition rather than like a big like thing with lots
I think it was Lip Sync 1000. I'm sure I've read that Caramel has won that. I'm sure. Let me tell you some piping hot. I read a thing that said that Alexis St. Pete is dating Alan Carr.
Really?
And then she had to do a public announcement about it on like Pink World or something, being like, we are just friends.
What?
How mad?
Go on to say later, Alan was being very, very horny towards Cara and Alexis.
She's a horny girl.
She's a horny girl. Light.
No. What about when RuPaul enters in this strange sort of postman's outfit?
Well, I thought you would prefer more sort of beatnik poet than one of his Larry suits. Where are they from?
True. Klein, Epstein and Parker.
Yes. I feel like this is more just from...
I don't think they get the ad sense on here, though.
No.
Love the girls. Great bunch of gals. Where are the Scottish, Irish and Welsh queens on this Drag Race UK?
I don't know. I guess we're too busy filling our Poland and Gran Canaria quotas.
It's quite mad, isn't it? That it's just like, you can't not have any Scottish... But
I mean, you can't just force them through if they're not going to be a good cast as well, I guess.
Oh, there's so many brilliant queens, though, that have been left out.
Like who's the
left
best.
outside of Leon.
It's like who's going to work well as a cast, because some people they like hold back for years.
Yeah, true. Like our good girl Caramel. Can't believe she's tried for this 6 times, which means she must have done one US as well.
Well, I think how like sort of affirming must it be to be like, oh yes, now I'm out living as a woman, loud and proud. Now I get through. It's like, well, it's like as if the universe was being like, come on now.
These cheesy little Brit crew.
Oh my god, I had to screenshot that. This motherfucker on the right. Look at this face.
Oh my god, why did I not notice that before? They have swapped out the Brit crew for these muscle Mary motherfuckers that just like stand there looking hella angry and
muscly. They're just slim boys.
Yeah, hairy and roided up.
They're so skinny.
No, that's what they normally are though. They're normally like absolutely fucking like 6'4"
They had a really nice plus-size one on Mexico.
Oh, did they? A Mexicana. To these cheesy looking hot steppers, like what? Like love them, absolutely love them. And also one of them is about 5'3".
Yeah, well, don't
short kings, yeah.
So basically, Rue announces that you're already balls deep in the Fierce Impressions Challenge. You need to create 3 looks, including daytime drag, aka what they're wearing right now, aka they are literally being judged for their entrance looks right now.
Mad.
I always said the entrance look was and should be considered a very, very important look. So I'm glad they finally listened to all me messages.
Well, I think RuPaul does, because do you not remember on one of the seasons, he was like, about Starlet, he was like,
best entrance.
yeah, he was like, that's the best entrance look I've ever seen on Drag Race. So he obviously does like watch them and
But
care.
they're not like judged on it per se.
Well, he had to bring it to the runway, you know?
And then next up is a Inder Club, a hot club look that impresses
It's a walk-off.
internationally famous jet setters. Now, I have been doing some sleuthing.
Yeah.
Because she makes it sound like you need 3 different outfits. But if you actually look at the outfits that they wear in this next thing, they're all, bar about 2, basically variations on a thing. Basically same but different. Basically what they came in, but a slutty version.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they try and pull the wool over her eyes. And
Yeah,
then say
it is
that
strange,
Alexis
isn't it?
wore the same thing 3 times when she basically only wore it twice.
Very, very strange. Let's talk about the out-of-towners that they bring on stage, though. Pangina Heels, an evergreen beauty, very into these sort of raccoon tail plumage.
Love her, but hate the look. Lady C, that's fun. Nikki Doll, love you.
Do you remember how obsessed we were with Nikki Doll back in the day?
Yeah.
Carly's.
Silky, you know I don't care for her. Blue.
Cute. I actually really like this
Minty,
black and
obsessed. It
pink.
reminds me of this like Fendi window I actually saw in Japan. So I thought I want that look. And
Yeah,
I can't afford it.
Sminty's new face is very gorgeous. The way she's painting now is absolutely heaven.
And Jimbo, who got the biggest scream of the whole night.
I was just about to say, when we went to the viewing party, it was insane. People roared when Jimbo came
Everyone
on.
screamed but me.
Yeah, and me, bitch.
Lady Camden is great.
Yeah. It's this would be very nice. This would be a very nice surprise, wouldn't it, to just walk through the door and see. Very happy for our girl Sminty to be in with this pantheon.
Or to be representing the UK.
Yeah. Well, it's like
Because
well, they
Blue
could
is
have.
a worldwide winner.
Yeah, because they could have got a winner. You know,
Yeah. Favourite looks of the visitors.
of the visitors, definitely Sminty. I
Mine
just
was
like.
Sminty and Nikki, I'd say.
To be honest, the other looks are all a bit classic for me. They're just pretty girls in pretty dresses, you know. Definitely not my good sis. What's her name? Oh wow, real close up on
That lace
the crusty
coming up on
lace of Jimbo.
temples.
Yeah,
Oh, you just won £200,000. You think you could get some bloody lace glue?
yeah, really not into Miss Silky Nutmeg Ganaches. Again, her looks are straight out of season 2. Just like a sort of black zebra print jumpsuit with pink piping.
Yeah.
Like girly pops.
Yeah, see, look, so this basically saying she's taken off the jacket and she's put a different skirt on, and the boots have kind of been slouch boots instead of thigh
Yeah.
boots.
Who the fuck styled the boys? Wait until it cuts to the Brit Crew. They're in them knockoff Kanye sunglasses of the British flag. It's like what they sell on like Oxford Street to tourists. It's absolutely insane.
So what do you think of Tamara's?
Absolutely fab on stage. So high energy. I mean, I've seen her before. She just does that for like 10 minutes
Yeah,
on
just so
stage.
sexy and effortless.
Very obsessed with the rap.
Yeah, I liked that. But
She is.
I have to agree with Sminty. She wasn't really using the runway and the time to her advantage.
No, unfortunately, being tall and thin it doesn't really hold much cachet for me. And she is. She's obviously like super creative and super interesting, and so I want to see her be super. I want the chance to see all of that rather than just see her be tall and thin. You know, the strange sort of like demi outfits that they're in the same outfits but not is very confusing.
Same but different.
Michael Maruli.
We haven't said anything about Naomi Carter.
Oh, Naomi Carter, love her.
She
Absolutely.
seems very sweet.
Yeah, love her.
playful
And also
young
fun
girl.
that she's exactly the sort of person I want to be in. When Michael Maruli came in this, I don't even know the AliExpress DJ outfit. I don't even know where one.
Oh, that's premium AliExpress.
Yeah, that it is truly insane. And also, how many of these blonde wigs has she got?
Well, then RuPaul one of them in the video messages.
Yeah, she did. Kate Butch, this is exactly what you do if you are not a dancing queen. You
Yeah.
kick off your shoe, you do a couple of time steps, give it a bit Fred Astaire, and just hope for the best.
How would you feel about having to do this challenge? So coming in middle of the day, having to be all like woo in front of all these people and stuff. without
I
warning.
would do a little tiny bit of dancing and then I'd be super fucking stupid. It's the only way to be. Make them laugh. Like, give them. Also, let's talk about Ginger Johnson's hip pads, because bitch be given a hip. That is a leg.
She's a brick house.
Yeah.
But yeah,
just
I'd be
super
the same
cute.
as Ginger, just like What? Oh, sober you want me to do this?
Yeah.
Because you know I work best off a couple of shandies.
Don't you? I can vouch for that.
Like, are they even playing music? Like, you know, these things are so weird, aren't they?
Yeah, just the squeak track.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Miss Caramel, who she is so beautiful. It's just like she's an instant fan fave. Like
GODDESS.
Yeah, she is.
The goddess.
But also, cut to Silky looking bitter. Why are you looking at Caramel like that? I'd like to see Silky. What would Silky be given on the runway?
Well, she
she'd be given that jump back.
Assassin, isn't she?
You know that jump back onto her butt that she loves, the split.
Well, she'll do like a sort of 20-degree high kick.
Yeah. She just looks so gorgeous. And then when she comes off as well, she's like, I know.
I love how she was like making it personal vendetta against Pangina. Like, you seen this, Pangina? Yeah. Like, what did she do?
Yeah,
she
truly.
known to be a crazy dancing queen?
Next up, showing us, this is definitely a Bang London bodysuit. Next up, we have Delicious with, I was just about to say before it makes its tumbling full, this wig is very cute. Tamara Thomas wears it later, but it's very cute.
All I really knew of her performance was from the first 5 minutes of the, like, at home with the, keeping up with the, whatever, the Crystal Versace TV show.
Oh, yeah.
When she's basically freaking out because she can't get any of the choreo and everyone else has got it apart from her. So I was really excited.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Very, very shit. So I was like, oh, she's fine, actually.
Yeah, they kind of did her a bit dirty on that Crystal Versace thing, didn't they? Because they were like, oh, everyone's a dancing queen. And all it just focused on that they were like, she's so, she just can't pick anything up. And they're like, she was going to ruin the show for them. I guess they were just trying to like make some drama.
But I really love how they ham up this bit, like so many just like clutching pearls and like girls looking and gasping.
Absolutely.
They really longed it out.
I thought though, when the wig started slipping, like, why not just hold on to it? Like, as soon as you feel it go, it's like you don't need to then be trying to backflip in it.
And like you don't, she just like pulled it a little bit forward from the hair. Like, you might as well just quickly put your thumb underneath it
and hold it. But also, why wouldn't you be glued? Like, why wouldn't you at least have a silicone band on or something? Available on trufflepigwigs.com. Really? Yeah. It weren't really silicone in, was it? Vicky, when that 3-inch skirt came off, give us nothing. Niente.
Although Nikki Doll hit the nail on the head when she said she is the mashup of Bianca Del Rio and Jigsaw.
Truly. Alexis, wasn't she like a whirling dervish of energy and fear?
Yeah.
She's the exact searing combo of breast and danger that I need from every performance.
She nearly bought herself a one-way ticket to season 6, didn't she?
She nearly fell off. Look, when she turns into that split, the shoe comes off the stage. She nearly comes off the stage 3 times. It's like, baby, I need a bit more proprioception.
But it's like she's only little. Her wingspan can't be that big. So it's really teeny tiny little runway.
That's what a real dancer does. She covers the stage, honey. But very dangerous in them heels.
How do you feel about this as a way to get to know the girls in a premiere compared to like a talent show?
I'd like to see the talent show.
Same.
Much, especially with these girls as well, because I know that there's a lot of girls that could do shit.
And like, why have you got all the internationals dolled up to not give us anything as well? Like, can't we see a little bit of a performance? I'd love to see Lady Camden and Pangina give us a little shimmy.
Exactly. And then we had wow, God, there was just a close-up on my girl Tamara Thomas and the paint. She is painted. She looks very, very gorgeous womana. She's very, like, her face is very fierce. I know you say that with all.
She is fierce.
Yeah. So we're back in the workroom, and how? First of all, when they have that close up,
a little truffle pig on the shelf.
No, where?
For
who?
Me. In the meantime, I will say that RuPaul tells us previously that tomorrow on the runways, fierce impressions, eleganza, extravaganza. A show-stopping look that's quintessentially you.
I can't get over how many bags they've brought. There are so many fucking bags.
Well, I guess because it's you don't have to fly like you would in America. Like the old rules of having just like X amount of cases is out the window.
But say you have
to bring as much as you want.
As one. But say you have to bring 20 outfits, that little like Bang London leotard, that can fold up to the size of a sandwich, like they're tight. Like, I guess it's wigs mainly, wigs and shoes.
Well, then think of her other outfit with that like giant red frisbee thing on it. Frisbee?
Giant red frisbee. See, I love when you see these girls taking off. Oh, that is ours behind. Is it?
I thought
Is
so.
it? Yeah, I think so.
I love on the first day when everyone de-drags and for the first time it shows off all their stuff. It's like the first Harry Potter when you're just like going to Hogwarts for the first time, meeting
Yeah.
Hagrid.
Yeah. It's, sorry, Lukey's very obsessed with Harry Potter at the moment because she's currently been, tell the girls.
Oh my God, I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy. And before you call me a
Legacy.
turf, not only did I buy it second hand, but the person who runs the 3 broomsticks, Sirona, is a loud and proud trans woman representing.
Love. Also, did you know that...
And there's been loads of trans and non-binary coders who worked on it as well.
Good. Did you also see that that Martina Navratilova, famous lesbian, but not a friend to this pod, she came out... She's a fucking turfy tea. She came out being like, I think Daniel Radcliffe needs to keep his mouth shut about talking... Because Daniel Radcliffe was basically like...
What is concern of you, retired tennis player?
Yeah. She was basically like... Daniel Radcliffe was like, it goes against all scientific exploration and understanding to say that trans women are not women. And he was like, and this comes from doctors that understand a lot more about this than me or Joanne do.
Yeah.
And she was like, how about you stop talking about what makes a woman as a man? Like, how fucking sexist that you
Do
it was
your
like, oh my
research, Martina.
God. Martina, do you know what? Stay on the pitch and out of our lives.
It's like when people won't even listen to scientists, it's like we've really just like lost all hope.
Yeah. And on that note, didn't you know that the trans conversation was going to, as soon as Banksy was like, I'm non-binary and this is a trans legend, you were like, first ep, they're going to get a packet of cucumber wipes and a couple of teary eyes and they are going to get that goddamn...
olive oil onto her face.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite mad, but it does get the makeup off.
Yeah, I know, but it just feels like a...
Well, it's great for your skin as well.
waste.
Well, truly. Well, that's why you go to Lidl. You get the 99p.
No extra virgins here.
I'm quite surprised that Cara auditioned 6 times. I can't believe they wouldn't have wanted her straight away.
Well, yeah, I reckon it's all just a full casting thing.
Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to rewind because we just got a nice little flash of that wig wall. Did you see it? There were some gorgeous wigs, probably none of ours. We head into the workroom for Elimination Day. And do you know what? Ginge, I only know her as the helium balloon shaped woman. And we have worked with her and she is like super fun and like, she's a really big character. I'm surprised at how much more earnest and shy than I thought she would be. In this little thing, she seems so much more sort of doubting herself.
Yeah, it really upset me actually that her and Alexis both kind of...
Are you going to be okay to carry on?
Huh?
Are you going to be okay to carry on?
I might take a sob break.
Yeah.
But just like, yeah, like... It must be jarring to feel shook from the first challenge. No one expects to go home on episode 1. Her eyebrows.
Sorry, just laughing at Naomi Carter's eyebrows. Absolute insanity.
I thought it was really nice and interesting to hear.
It's nice and interesting.
Vix and...
Also, sorry, absolutely dead at Alexis and Pete in the background. They're just like shaving the top of her head, like just shaving every single inch of her face. Sorry, continue.
Well, yeah, this conversation just like... Yeah, they've been working together for over 15 years and just like, these fucking girls these days, I don't know how easy they've got it. Like, you can literally go to your first gig and already have fans there because of social media. Like, these motherfuckers didn't have any self-promotion, like maybe like a bit of Facebook, but it's just like, if you're just like doing these like small town gigs at just like the only gay pub, like...
Could I say something insensitive?
Go for it.
I really don't care for the sob story of we've done all the gigs.
I don't think it's a sob story. I think it's just interesting to know that, like, you do have to, back in the day, you did have to fucking graft because you couldn't just be like, here's a cute picture of me on Insta. You had to fucking get around there and go on fucking...
But let me tell you...
do an 8-hour coach trip to Hull for £150 once.
But this is why it doesn't really... This is as someone who's done a lot of terrible gigs, you've in your burlesque, how many toilets have you changed in? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not saying feel sorry, I'm saying it's interesting to hear a different story.
But what I mean by it is the way that they paint it is like there were also at that time many girls that had like residencies that were really good. That were, I think it's more of a sign of like what level you were at rather than
not as many as there. Like,
not as many as there is now, of course, but like
nothing. Before you were like, oh, Drag Race would never work in UK because there aren't enough clubs where girls can do drag. So think how much less it was 15 years
But in places like Liverpool, for example.
Yeah, but I'm thinking he's talking about...
Drag Race was on 15 years ago.
Yeah, but not in the UK.
Yeah. I just, do you know what, basically, there's no shade to them girls. It's just they really try and sell this sob story of like, God, we've been at this. We've changed in toilets. It's like, when you go and do like showgirls, for example, you change in the toilets. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's still the setup for like a lot for the majority of queens. I would say that they have to like travel to places, and I don't think, unless you are a drag race girl, I don't really think anyone's getting treated well. Do you know what I mean? It's like normally 15 girls with nowhere to change in one room, and I don't know. Just that sob story, I think, doesn't work as well because Drag Race hasn't been going on so long. That it's like
I don't think it's a sob story.
Okay.
I think it's just
yeah. I am also as well obsessed with the backing dancer to RuPaul's Drag Race contestant pipeline.
So I've updated my laptop to the new thing, and look at this gorgeous moving, just underwater.
Oh, that's what I've got like on my Apple Telly upstairs. Obsessed with Dee Dee in half paint. Like, it really, when you see her sort of halfway through the makeup, it really doesn't look like it's going to come together in the way that it does.
If you were Dee Dee, would you think you were in the bottom?
Yeah, 100%. My wig fell off.
And how do you feel / react if Dee Dee said your name and then proceeded to talk up her performance? It's like she's like, oh, I'm going to be against Barney and I'm actually really fucking good. Would you be Alexis?
This is why this shit would absolutely not fucking work on me. I'd put my hand down, flip it and reverse it. I would just call her out and be like, you seem like you're trying to spook me out, which only shows how scared you are.
Well, yeah, Ginger called it out immediately.
Yeah. I'd be like, you really seem like you're bothered about the fact that you're going to have to lip sync. I understand that. Obviously, you thought you were going to come on and do really well and you haven't. So you're scared. But like, trying to scare me is not going to work because if anything, you behaving like this is just showing me how scared you are, making me think I could probably beat you.
Yeah.
And I would just call it at like...
I'm thinking having some of the older queens as well, like Ginger and stuff, like they're just not going to let this kind of bullying or sort of mind games
Those wicked little mind games. Absolutely not. And it's also as well, like, God bless her, she's 20. It's a young thing, you know?
But then I was thinking also, because they have been in that competition before, do you think they've got a previous rivalry?
Oh, were they both in the competition?
Yeah, because it was Cara, Tamara, Alexis and Dee Dee who were the ones in that competition. So maybe they've already got some
beefs. I'd like that. Okay, and then let's head on to the runway. Oi, Luke, let me tell you something, you ugly bitch. Now, I'm not sure whether I've said this before because I've got a folder on both TikTok and Instagram of things that I see that I'm like, God, I can't wait to tell Lukey that. So apologies if I have said this before, but for new friends of the pod, if you have this, will be brand new information. So let me tell you something, you ugly bitch. If a man comes in your eye, the sperm thinks that your eye is an...
You have told us this.
Fuck. Okay, this is brand new information to anyone.
In a year, you haven't been able to find a more interesting fact.
Sorry, it's just that I didn't remember whether I said it or not because I haven't deleted the ones in the folder that I have told. Sorry, apologies. I'm going to tell people that didn't know this. If a man comes in your...
What about
poor old Luke?
They've been with us for ages. They don't have to suffer the same stuff.
If a man comes in your eye, the sperm thinks that your eye is an egg and begins to burrow into your eye. You can also get ocular herpes. So remember, always take it on the chin, girls. Let's talk this runway. Miss RuPaul in that baggy golden arms. Not for me.
Yeah, and it looks like she's already been back in the follicular findings of Michael Maruli.
It ain't for me, girlies.
Michelle Visage in kind of like roadkill.
Yeah,
why
but
harkening
back to the seasons where she themed her outfits.
Yeah.
Lest we forget did she have a cunt necklace or bitch?
Oh, she had multiple.
Oh, they were the days. And then also she kind of did like, what other sort of themed ones has she done?
Just so many in like her sort of first 2 seasons.
Alan Carr and his Liberace glam.
The Pandora Box Drag Race.
Oh my God. Nothing will ever beat that. Oh, truly the worst. And icon to the stars, Kristen McMenemy.
I don't know her.
What? Yeah, you do. No. She was like back in the 90s. She was so basically when they had the supers. So you had your girls, and then there was a pivot basically that kind of broke through. Kate kind of got on the end of the supers, but have you seen the supermodel program?
No.
I haven't yet either. I need to watch it.
On?
I think Apple. From what I know, they were basically the fashion world got super pissed off because they. I think it might have been Valentino that was like, we need to stop this because the models are more famous than the shows. And he was like, we're paying them £50,000 to be in a show. And the reporters will be like, Naomi Campbell walked in a show. They don't care about the clothes anymore. And we've basically created these monsters, which, fair. And then I think it was Miuccia Prada was basically like, I started doing shows with no famous models in, just like Eastern European white women, and it was called The White Out, where basically she, for like 6 seasons or something, used no models of colour. It was just blonde white women. And there was then this flip, and it was also came about the time of like grunge as well. And this is when Kate became really big, and like heroin chic and grunge and everything. And Kristen McMenemy was this model also. She was like super androgynous. She had like a really short cut. And she was absolutely fucking huge. And she basically, along with Kate, became like the face of like the grunge movement. And she is a big supermodel, and she still works today. And she's absolutely fucking ethereal. She's the muse of Tim Walker.
Who's that?
The photographer that does all of the fashion photography that's like super like fairy tale. Like he'll use like real like horses, and he's done a really famous shoot of her. Yeah, he's done really, and like huge like puppets of like like animals and all of this shit. But he did a really famous shoot of her where she was a mermaid in like a big tank. I'll put it on the pod. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's one of my favorite fashion images ever. Mermaid. So she is also obsessed with her keeping Rue very humble as well. Being like, bitch, I knew you when you were nothing. Okay. Unnecessary.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, I know, but it just seems like just came out of nowhere. It was like, okay. Let's talk.
And I was like, how old is she? Is she joking?
No, she must be like 50s, 60. Maybe 60. Let's talk this first runway, which is Fierce Impressions Eleganza Extravaganza. I thought, because obviously we can't anymore say what we would wear, how about moving forward? We do.
We can on the other ones when it's not just, like, what's your signature style? If it's a fun...
Okay, let's do that. But normally they're just recycling, reusing, reducing, recycling with all of the things that they've done before. But... I was thinking maybe we do like, what would our dream runway be? It'd be like runway ideas that we would love to see. So I'll start off this week, and then maybe next week you give us a runway that you'd like to see.
Please don't give me more work to do.
It can be anything. My one was, I was thinking I'd really like to see for next runway, Big Brother entrance outfits. Like just like the terrible outfits that people have worn to enter the Big Brother house across the years, including any celebs.
Can you think of one? Courtney's
that was literally what I was about to say. She was walking along and then her dress came off. I would do that. Absolute classic. But let's talk this runway. This Fierce Impressions Eleganza Extravaganza. First up, we have Miss Michael Maruli.
I mean, obviously I hate every single thing about this, but I love it. It's to be honest, that back shot with those 2 round hips that tape it into a triangle is actually very cunt. But apart from that, it's just like my nightmare, just like things that don't go together. Obviously, I hate the rainbow streaks in that hair, but also I'm giving it 10 fucking truffles.
Wow.
It's so crazy.
She looks like a 16-year-old girl at V Festival that's had an allergic reaction to all the grass. Why is everything so swollen? And in this Rosa Bloom's shimmy shake sequin. Oh my God. It's all so disparate and so insane. I just didn't even know what to say about it. I was like, and also when she comes back and she's got like the what is it? What is them that like the ball thing? That like sort of like medieval.
Oh, fuck. What are they called? A mace.
A mace. She's got like a glitter mace on a chain. It is so confusing. And then she's got them sort of like see-through plastic shoulder spikes.
You could wear that to a meet and greet. She'd be taking the eyes out.
But the corset is actually quite nice. It's got quite nice gold hardware on, I saw around the back.
Yeah, that's good.
And also, I do actually, in something else, in like a latex or like a rubber or something, this would be quite sick.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like these 2 round things that just come down into like mad, just like legs. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it ain't. And the wig as well. I'm sorry to whichever wig stylist did this. It's more the colours than anything else that jar me out. But like, leave it on the Pride float. I gave this 4. It was not for me. Next up, we have our sweet Slavic princess, Miss Alexis St. Pete.
Oh, gorgeous.
My first thought was, do you know who's going to love this? It's old Lukey Luck.
Yeah, love it.
It's going to be right up her strass. I can imagine you in this outfit.
Long plaid. I love the little kind of teeny tiny little floral details on the pant and around the collar.
Oh yeah, the beading's gorgeous. And the peekaboo bra as well. That teeny tiny cups of the teeny tiny.
I give this like a 8.5 truffles.
8.5. Wow. I wonder if that hair. I imagine all of the hair for Alexis St. Pete
Pussy's Warsaw. That was good.
has been done by our dear friend, the one and only Polish Wigs. And I imagine that plait was done by her. I haven't checked any of that, but they are besties. They are Slavic queens in arms. So I imagine all of the hair coming forward will be from her. Next up, we have is Miss Ginger Johnson. This is so feminine and cute. It's very, I believe it was you that the viewing party that said it's very Margot from The Good Life. I loved this. I thought it was just very, very, very cute.
Yeah, very soft and dreamy. It reminds me of this like 70s dress that my mum used to have those wearing it sometimes.
I went 8.
8.
So-
I'd probably give it like a 7.5. It was nice, but it wasn't for me.
Next up, we have.
I don't know, because 7 is I like the beat, so yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Thought it was fun. I like the beat. Okay, so next up we have D Delicious.
To really over compliment this, I'd say it's given me a touch of Karen Walker.
Wow. I need to stop this for 1 second. Again, where in the world, apart from drag, is someone wearing chicken feather arm cuffs? Insane.
Like, is this a bit more kind of like 70s?
70s?
I don't know. Like, I can imagine sort of like a flouncy woman in the 70s maybe wearing.
Oh, I
without the
apologise.
collar, but
I apologise.
the
They're
dress.
ostrich feathers, aren't they? Aren't they?
They're not chicken.
They're not chicken. Yeah. I thought the arms. I'm sorry. Apologies. Were giving me chicken. The face, heavenly, femme fatale, absolutely gorgeous. Love that black feathering on the red lip. And I believe a how's your head updo. But again, this is drag, isn't it? This is a drag outfit.
It's unfortunate that the like neck thing wasn't a bit more sturdy.
It's a bit. Yeah, it's again, it's quite dated, it's quite matronly, but I give it a 6.
I'll give it a 6. Yeah,
Miss Caramel giving you, I don't know what the reference is for this. I imagine it's a bit JPG with the neck. It's a bit sort of like tribally. It's a bit mixed metals, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But love this Grecian wig on her. Not really sure of the reference, but I absolutely fucking love it.
I like her from the waist up. From the waist down, it's giving me ceiling of the drum and bass room at the squat party with the camo netting.
Very that. Very, very that.
Yeah, love the hair, love the headpiece. It's very sort of Marie Antoinette hair. Gorge.
Yeah, absolute heaven.
Regal, strong.
It's an 8 for me, girlies.
I have to give it a 7.5 because I can't with the skirt.
Okay. Next up, we have Banksy. The fact
Not to be confused with
the renegade artist.
Yes.
The fact that she couldn't walk in it made it even better for me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a performance. It's performance, you know. And she said this and everything in this dress was built by Manchester, because I imagine the corsetry of that dress would be Misty Couture. I imagine.
If you squint your eyes, it wouldn't surprise me if that was Alaska.
Yeah, love it. It's very Delara Findicolo. I love the makeup. I really
love that sort of red ruby cut crease that almost looks a bit like an open wound.
Love the updo. And I gave that an 8. I really, really liked it.
Yeah, I'd give that an 8 truffles.
Next up, we have Vicky Vivacious.
Can I just say, she used the word realness in describing this outfit. Realness at the elephantitis ward, perhaps.
Oh, not the hip tumours. I need to say officially on the pod, I am way too fucking Irish to be able to deal with British Army imperialist cosplay. Like, this sends shivers down my spine. This is an homage to her love for the armed forces. They've
been putting her in gigs 6 to 9 times a week for the last.
That's what you want to come on Drag Race on British TV and say, your love for the armed forces.
Yeah, absolutely not. Nothing that could dry up these pants quicker than a nod to the Queen or the Army.
It is truly the worst. And also that bearskin hat made from...
Yeah. She just goose-stepped,
yeah.
I don't know. But then I don't understand, I can't with the sort of, it's about respect, but then look at these saddlebags. Like, it's all over the
and they're
shop.
like, it's so respectful. It's like what? I just, do you know what this is?
Gorge.
I'm not... and also the bearskin hat as well, made from black fun fur. Like,
also,
behave.
they use real bears for that.
Grim.
To this day.
I just don't think as queer people we should be supporting.
Tried to stop that.
Oh my God, did you see her in Paris?
Yeah.
Was it you that told me that why she doesn't wear makeup anymore?
No.
Oh my God. Well, her longtime makeup artist and friend and collaborator, died 2 years ago. And she's been doing her makeup her whole career. And she just said that now that her friend has gone, she's like, I don't see the point in wearing makeup anymore. I don't want to wear makeup. So she's not going to wear makeup anymore.
Wow.
And so now she goes barefaced to everything. Because she's like, putting on makeup is too painful.
Doesn't need it. And when you're just like a gorgeous older woman, it's like, do you even need to tart yourself up? Just like, look at the, what do you say?
Look at her.
Look at the material.
Look at the material. Next up, we have Kate Butch. Sorry, the wheels, an absolutely inspired choice. I can't believe no one's wore wheelies on the...
Yes, they fucking have.
Who?
Someone on New Zealand wore Heelys and was heeling back and forth in the lip sync.
Oh, well, I did not know that, but it's absolutely fantastic. Also, as well, the thing I like about Kate is that she seems that she just absolutely doesn't take any of this seriously at all whatsoever, which is exactly the vibe that I need for something that is this ridiculous.
Is it ridiculous or is it just ugly?
Oh, hang on. Vicky5 E1, how many points did you give her? I gave her 2. I said I can't support this. In fact,
give her 3 truffles.
In fact, I'm going to take it down to 1. Anything, as an Irish person...
She's pretty in the face and the boots are slutty, so...
Okay, fine. That gave her at least 2. Notched her up a couple. Kate Butch, I gave her 6. I thought the wheelies, good for you, bitch. Good for you.
I just don't understand what this is.
It's not meant to be understood. It's meant to be appreciated at a molecular level. It's a creative force. Let's reel it back, because honestly, when the first time I saw it, I was like, truly, what is coming?
It's to do with wine, because she's got
Is it?
grapes in the hair. The pattern on the dress is grapes.
Also, as well, sorry, absolutely dead at just rewinding it now. Vicky5 E1 being like, it's the British Guards with a little bit of Victoria's Secrets thrown in. They're like, so respectful. Victoria's Secrets, love it.
I thought they had been thrown in the bin. Why are people giving them?
Well, they've had a whole rejudge now, because now they've like on the runway they had like plus size girl that has trans.
Fine.
So sorry, I'm now very fascinated that this has got to do with wine. Okay, it's got a grape print on the dress. There's grapes in the wig.
Like, what period is that hair?
I think. Well, this is the problem. I think the dress is supposed to be given sort of like. What's the girl in? I was going to say Wind in the Willows. Gone with the Wind called Scarlett. I think that's supposed to be given a bit Scarlett O'Hara in the dress.
It's not.
I think it is.
Is that bitch even corseted?
Wow.
Not to the Scarlett.
But then the hair is sort of Georgian.
It's given me kind of Greek imp god of the wine who's
Sure.
jumping around like, hey, get drunk.
I like it because it's like she said, it's goofy. It's stupid.
I don't think it is that goofy or stupid though.
Wow. Okay.
In fact, if I'm going to say anything.
Okay, it is. I'm going to give it a 6. I liked it. I like her. I like her vibe.
I think I have to.
Also, deep friend of the pod, Kate Butch.
I'm sorry, Kate. I'm going to have to give you a 4.
If this is your first time listening, she's an evil queen. She rules this king.
I know the listeners wouldn't want me to lie.
Next up, we have is Miss Naomi Carter.
Alert. Zut alors. Oh, the hair is genius.
Pig on the runway. Kristen McMenemy, a supermodel, said that hair is genius.
I screenshotted it.
And let me tell you, obviously it's us. Resplendent in her Sillet Bang colourway. Them blue and oranges be popping. That is glamour. I think the wig looks absolutely fantastic. She looks fantastic. The dress.
That lovely little 60s eye she's done. It's not too much, but it's enough to like just sort of place it.
That fun fur coat, love it. Anyone else wearing it? Maybe not. But you know what? On Naomi Carter,
it's kind of like a sheer level, a sheer layer.
Yeah,
over the thing.
It's funny because on the televisione it looks very orange, but actually it's more nude illusion, and it's gorgeous.
I'm giving this like
I give it a 9, bitch. I give it a 9. Next up, we have Tamara Thomas coming down in the literal sparkly ginger version of the exact same wig that Thingy was wearing later, and then. Let me tell you why this is one of my favourite runways, is when you can clock the spook so deep. When them wigs don't open.
What's his name? The clock from Beauty and the Beast.
She is when them rickety wings don't open, she lets you know, bitch. There is no hiding. There is no concealing of how disappointed she is. She's just like, oh,
Can we talk about this
not on the runway.
muscle definition?
Oh, well, she's a professional dancer. She is.
Yeah.
She's one
You know how impressed
swole
I
muscle.
am when the girlies just out there and they're greased up bare legs. I think it's
Truly.
so
Is that a greased up bare
hot.
leg?
Yeah.
Wow.
Look.
Hot fucking damn.
Yeah.
And even in them chunky platforms that you hate so much, I thought the crooked wigs, it wasn't happening for me, but it was heavenly still. This colour hair on her as well, gorgeous.
Yeah, I think if you just look at a picture, it's effective. She's
Yeah.
giving me like, well, who's like the Greek goddess of, always with that asymmetric patching. Who is like the Greek god of, like, she's giving me like Hermes. My Hermes.
It's my Hermes. Oh, yeah, I love her.
It's a little bit like Greek party, but I'll give it like a good 7.
It's also a look that we have seen on pretty much every season, that sort of like Grecian goddess. But I give it an 8. I love her.
Yeah.
She's one of my absolute top faves, if I'm honest.
What if I take you over for a little bit of this?
Does it brighten up your world? Is it zinger?
Forgot how long it was.
Does it make you want to...
Is it a minger? Zingers and mingers.
Such production.
Let's talk zing. Let's talk ming. What's your zinger for this week?
My zinger's got to be Cara's Gorge Updo.
The do. My
Those buns.
truly. My zinger would be. Sorry, I can't go with Michael Marulli. My zinger would be Tamara Thomas's ginger sparkly thing. I think it's just quite gorgeous. Love the colour on her. And your minger?
It's got to be Kate Butcher's one. It's giving me
Really?
like Wonderland
You,
vibes.
you can honestly look me in the eye, look at Michael Marulli's teased up whatever. I don't even know. I don't know
I'd wear
where
that.
to start with
I'd wear
that.
that sooner than I'd wear that white thing.
The Michael Marulli bob is absolutely fucking
Have you not noticed?
sending
I'll
me.
stand by this motherfucker.
Yeah, I have noticed.
I
We're
die.
gonna really come to battles
Although I've
on
said
this.
that
aren't we?
before, and then come episode 4, like,
Too rough.
two truffles. I remember who it was last year. I was like, I will not give them lower than a 10. It's like,
Yeah.
it's happening.
Yeah, episode 2. Let's talk the top queens. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure about some of them.
Well, the safe queens are Dee, Banksy, Kate, Naomi, and Tamara. Whole lot of big sighs there. So they all bugger off backstage,
And then it's left with
feeling smuggalicious.
5 girls, and I can't believe the judges have eaten up every single outfit that Michael Marulli has laid down. They're like, God, your entrance, God, your runway. Like, what?
I think it's just the sheer magnetism.
I think it's the audacity of it.
I
They're like,
don't
wow.
like anything that he's worn, but I know that I love him and I won't have anyone cuss him
It's
out.
truly quite insane, isn't it? I was absolutely
Where
dying.
did you get your sense of style?
Unfortunately, he did not pack that for this season. This cultural appropriation comment is so jokes. Like, first of all, I thought Kristen McMenemy was British. The fact that she's American is confusing to me anyway.
Yeah.
But it's like, the fact that she would think that would be cultural appropriation. It's like, but the fact that she wouldn't look at her, what I mean is, she wouldn't look at this girl and be like, that's probably her own country. As if you just get dressed up in sort of like Polish garb and be like, it's just cute. It's just elegant.
Oh, I don't know, you might do it.
Yeah, truly.
I love that Alexis' imaginary friend was a dominatrix when she was little.
Of course.
Did you ever have a imaginary friend?
I didn't, and I really wish I had. Did you?
No.
No, it's quite a sick thing to have when you're young. I guess
I don't
maybe
know.
only child.
No, but I am only child.
Yeah, I know.
don't need it. My life was vivacious enough.
The fact that Ginger made all her outfits, insanity. I don't know how the girls do it. We freak out around Drag Race time when we have to make like 5 wigs. We're like, how are we going to get this done? So imagine just like making all of your outfits by yourself.
But also maybe she's got some of these just...
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Maybe she's
And if it's
filled it and she's just like, I'm going to use every single outfit from last they had to make for last season.
I just can't get over the fact that they like this Beefeater costume so much. Like, it's kind of like, are you having a laugh? Are you having me on?
What about when Michelle Visage as well was like, to be honest, you're very old and this has been very hard for you. And at some point you thought, maybe this isn't for me, but you got here, so well done.
Like, I can say that in my
bitch.
confessionals, but
It's so cunt. cunt, isn't it? Like, just like, okay, bitch. Like, yeah, okay, fine.
Like roadkill.
Yeah, okay. Also, I'm like 20 years younger than you. Like, chill out. And the fact that they're like a homage to our late queen. Only on the Beeb. Not our queen. Not our fucking queen. Please. Absolutely not.
The only late queen I know is this one sitting across the way from me.
A very classic Beyonce look and then being like, it's giving Sierra. What?
Well, maybe that's what I mean. Maybe it is.
But like, how is it giving? She's first of all,
black woman in an
truly
imaginary African country.
She's known for doing Beyonce. Like, it's been mentioned 3 times on the show already, and it's like, why would you be like?
Don't know that though.
Yeah, true. Seeing this in 4D on the big screen, seeing this fucking Vicky Vivacious outfit is truly baffling to me.
There was controversy in the screening that she was doing so well on that outfit. Do you remember?
Let me tell you. I ain't naming names, but the girls up front weren't loving it. And let me tell you, I was not loving it.
Shall we sashay over to Untucked?
To the Untucked, let's.
I was just wishing and hoping and praying that they would get the safe girls to dish who they thought the bottom queens were, those smug fuckers. I was so glad they did.
So much.
And who would your bottom 2 and your top 2 be?
My bottom 2 would be definitely Dee Dee.
So I've just coined Kate Butcher's outfit as Grapes of Wrath.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, rewind. Oh, this is good. This is fun. If you look in the background as the girls come in, if you look over to Kate Butcher's head on the left.
Kate Butcher's
head on the left. Which is fun. I hope she wears it on the show. Is one of our wigs in the background, which we didn't know was going to be on, which is a wig that someone has bought before.
Oh, that big giant one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cute.
If it's giant, you know it's
yeah, truly. If it's falling apart, you know who it is. My bottoms would definitely be, to be honest, Michael Maruli and Vicky Vivacious. Absolute insanity that was brought down that runway. How do we feel about top 2 would be Naomi Carter and Banksy? No, Caramel and Banksy. Sorry, Naomi.
I feel like for me,
I just love Naomi.
Have to be in the top.
Oh, you do. It is true that it is quite a similar. I have seen this look quite a few times.
But I mean, I've seen a lot of looks a lot of times.
True. If it's done well,
I've seen shit.
I've been around the block. To be a mean girl on episode 1 or to be painted as a mean girl on episode 1, it's not really the look, is it?
Do you reckon she's going to get the villain edit from here now on? Dee Dee Lish.
Didn't Crystal get the villain edit a bit? That she was like a bit of a bitch.
Edit
Yeah. Well, I think you can tell by like when you're young, when you're this is just my personal beliefs. When you're young and have success, which both of them has, and I think Dee Dee by way of they've been on a TV show, like people know who this bitch is, you know, and they have like Heavenly Bodies and all of them Soho shows and stuff that do very well. People know who they are. And also they're very like, they're the sort of drag queens that people attach themselves to that are like high glam, high energy. Do you know what I mean? That's a young person's drag queen. And I think it must be difficult.
A lot of makeup, a lot of high kicks.
I think she must feel an insane amount of pressure that you just can't fucking deal with when you're 20. I would be a cunt if I was 20. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that she has been or she is going to be, but like, it's not surprising that if you're that young that you probably would be like dealing with it in not in a very mature way.
You would probably maybe even think as well that you need to also act like
100%.
this way to make it seem like you're not weak and just not the little young one that doesn't know anything.
Yeah, and you kind of do, you really buy into that whole like, I'm the fucking best and everyone better stay out of my fucking way, that sort of shit, because so many girls do it, but what you don't realise is that the girls that are doing it are the ones that are very insecure. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you're good, you don't tell people that you're good. You just let them see. But in this Untucked, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about it because I was going to talk about...
Let's run over to the fucking banger that is the Eurovision classic.
I was going to talk about the elephant in the room, but we've already touched on that. So now here's my beef with the runway, with the lip sync. You want the lip sync to be as good as possible, yeah? Let the bitches change.
Yeah,
like
on All Stars.
Yeah, they're allowed to change in some of them, but not all of them.
No, I think it's only All Stars that they're allowed to.
Absolute fucking jump scare on the Michael Maruli. That wig, that pose, the face, everything. Like, it is truly insanity.
I love her.
Yeah. I don't understand why they don't let them change. I'd really... What a camp little ditty is. Were you of young age when Ooh Ah came out? Because I think I was. Or were you...
Well, I was 7 years older. whatever young age.
But I can't remember what age I was. Was it like, did it come out when I was like 10?
I feel like maybe I was, I don't know, it's hard to gauge because I've
Were
been
you
such a
down the gay
cheese
clubs?
meister.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't down the clubs. I was definitely pre-club.
A little bit more. Because also there's so many songs like that I can't remember whether I know them because they're like just
I
fucking
think she's
queer
probably
bangers.
late 90s or early 2000s.
Love. Okay, cool.
And I felt like she always wore like a gold mirror dress, kind of like
Yeah.
how Naomi Smalls has worn.
Yeah.
on the
I know
runway,
exactly what you're
with all
talking
the
about,
pictures
babe.
of her.
Yeah. No, that was Simone.
Fine.
Um,
There's some Naomi wore the mirror one then.
She did for the disco.
Yes,
For the,
yes.
So let me tell you what really. Maybe you can guess what really turned my stomach at the beginning of this. Your fucking mate Vicky Vivacious in her fun fur fantasy, in the fucking guard's outfit. The first thing she does, a little sink into a salute. Fuck off. Fuck off. Like, I can't take any more. I hate it. Is this going to be her shtick,
No,
her
it's gotta
thing?
be the end of it now.
If I
It's
swear
first
to God.
impressions, hopefully it's like first and last.
Let me tell you, we've been a year off, and I am fully ready to get back into my cyberbullying mode. I will be in instant messages. I will be commenting on pictures. I'll be doing what I need to do to make myself feel better, and that is trauma.
Do you know what though? I actually wasn't. I was very surprised with the winner, and I wasn't actually.
Oh my
sure
God, me
what way
too.
it was going to go because obviously Cara's given it, but yeah, she couldn't really give it much in that skirt. And Rue really is laughing at Vivace, and once Rue's laughing, you know that you
It's lost.
won.
It was so low energy. I mean, the song is quite hard. It's quite mid-tempo to do anyway. And obviously, my good girl Cara is like, look, I'm in a fucking gown. I literally can't do anything. And she's trying to give...
Although it's
Look,
quite
the
a
sink
wide-
into the salute.
Yeah, no.
Stop it.
It's not a wiggle dress though. If I was Cara, I could have maybe
I'd have ripped
just
it off.
ripped it and
I'd have-
had a massive slit.
I would have had pants. I would have had pants on
Yeah.
underneath and unzipped it. But I think maybe she's like, look, it's actually quite...
Compared to what I normally do, this is a park and bark.
Yeah, I guess so. And she's like, they know that I can dance, so I think maybe she was trying to give a bit memory. Taste does memory, you know?
Oh,
Oh.
the greatest moments of all time.
Also, the tiny penis joke for every single chorus, very old, very quickly. She was in stretch fabric, and that was all she gave. Like, my good girl Cara, she is limited by what she's wearing, but you've got space in their hips.
Well, she's probably Dame Vera Linen down the barracks, isn't she?
Well, this is what I thought. I
She
thought
can't
she's
think of any
she's
more
doing
times.
yeah, good.
Wow.
She was yeah. She's maybe that's what she does. Maybe she goes down barracks and does lip syncs to the White Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah, totally.
We'll meet
Jerusalem.
again. But I was suddenly thinking, I feel quite
Oh
sorry.
yeah, not that head. Cara's given a little bit more, but then you can see the headpiece and the wig start to.
And you can see
bounce.
I can see the lace just lifting slightly at the sideburn as well. I was thinking, if this is all she gives when she's down the barracks, I feel sorry for the Falklands lads.
No,
have
they
they not
deserve it.
have they not suffered enough? And I've got to sit through this low energy. Like it's so boring.
Well, maybe because they've all got the
And you know how you can tell it's soup. What?
What? You just
Because
stopped me because I
I
thought
was worried because they've all got the what?
like pacemakers and shit. I don't know.
Okay, PTSD.
Nuts, yeah,
yeah.
Damn arse.
Yeah, maybe they need like, and then she's fucking. Not only is she doing the little dick jokes, then she's goose walking. What is it called? Duck walking.
goose walking.
Goose walking at the back. Like,
Yeah, maybe she
baby
got
girl.
confused, like, yeah, this is drag goose walking. No, I do like Vicky V though.
No, not for me.
I don't like that she's doing this, but I kind of like her as a person.
Do you know how you can tell it's a
And-
really boring lip sync? Look, just clock how fucking bored the girls look at the back.
Maybe they're 15
They're all
hours.
just like sort of like clicking and stuff. No one's excited in this lip sync. But I was super surprised at who won. Were you?
Yeah.
Literally just a participation trophy at this point.
I just couldn't even believe she was in the top for that outfit, let alone won the whole episode.
Wow. Also, look at the fringing on the shoulders. That is, it's like tinsel. Oh, it's
Oh
cheap.
no, it's beading.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
You've earned a coveted
Rose and
Rue
Thorn.
Peter
Hang on.
badge.
Have you even got this godforsaken Rose and Thorn sound yet?
The rose and thorn, the rise and the fall.
So now we have Rose and Thorn, which is let's talk about Sex Baby. Let's talk about you and me, which is our happiest and lowest points of the show. What was your rose?
My rose is that no one went home because I always feel bad episode 1 for the girlies that spent so much
Tell
time
that to
on
Just
it.
May.
I know.
Tell that to our own UK pork chop.
So yeah, I'm glad that we get to sort of get a bit more airtime with them all before one goes.
Yeah, that's nice.
You?
My rose is that we've got a beautiful trans girl on it that is clearly going to win. And that's the kind of shit we want to see, especially...
Should we make some predictions? Now, do you think Cara's going to win?
I would say my top 3 currently are definitely Ginger, definitely Cara, and... I can't even remember who else is on it.
I'm going to say Michael Maruli comes in at number 5.
I'm going to say Tamara. That's my 3. But then I also think Kate Butch is like, she's a jinxie, you know? Like, she could definitely be on it. Also Naomi Carter. Oh, I don't know. Don't make me shoes.
I'm going to do it like horse racing.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Michael Maruli in at number 5.
Yeah.
That's my one prediction.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Love it. Keeping us on our toesies.
And your thorn?
My thorn is that someone didn't go home. I want to see an elimination because
Gorgeous there.
yeah.
Rolled onto Down Under season.
Because I want to see someone go home because I want to see a desperate lip sync for your life on the first episode.
But remember, we're 2 bitches down, so we got to kill some time here.
Oh yeah, and apparently there's another episode where no one goes home as well, which I
that's
double save. So we got that to look forward to. What was your thorn?
I wish they just did a proper talent show or like a proper ball, not this kind of hard.
Oh yeah, that's true. I would actually like that a lot myself as well. Look, it's your boyfriend Taika Waititi.
My boyfriend now, he's with Rita Ora.
Oh.
Although apparently they're on the rocks.
Oh, good.
Apparently she thinks that her husband is Samoan.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
Next time we have a pet supply sewing challenge, and it looks like a nice little bit of housemate beef between Cara and Tamara, or Kamara, as I'll be calling them from now on.
We also get Edward NFL, the old the editor-in-chief of British Vogue.
Found out who he is. So if you wanted to listen to another podcast, you can try Celebrity Memoir Book Club, and they've done a recent episode about him, and it's very, very interesting.
He's a very interesting man.
And actually, one of our friends has started a new business. So if you listen this long, then why don't you go down and check out Swamp Fairy Nails on Instagram for the sickest fucking Japanese style 3D nails in East London, and they can do them on your natural nails or on tips, and you're supporting non-binary finery.
Yeah.
And it's all
Truly
great.
the fucking best ever.
Swamp Fairy Nails.
Do you know what? I think next week we'll do a little advert for him. We'll do a proper advert. Let's get him up on the pod.
Maybe.
Big love to Swamp, the original Swamp Queen, original Swamp Fairy babe. Right, love you. Thanks for joining us for the first ep back.
Sorry if this was very, very long. I'm scared to look.
Yeah, I'm quite scared to look. But do you know what? While you're doing your washing up or whatever it is that you've been doing, I'm sure you've been jilling off and listening to your favourite girlies. Right, love you.
Bye.